thyroid, true or false edition. So in this video, what I'm going to go over is some of the things that the thyroid gets blamed for, some of the things the thyroid gets credit for, and whether or not it's true or false. Now, if you haven't watched the first 3 parts in this series, I strongly recommend that you do. They're right here on this channel, so you can click pause on this one, go back to our channel, watch those other ones, get up to speed. It may help you understand some of the things I'm going to cover in this video. And like I said before, please leave comments and let me know what other questions or concerns you have about the thyroid, because I want to make sure I address those in a future video. First thing, heart rate. True or false? The thyroid is largely responsible for the rate at which your heart beats. That one's true. Woohoo! Alright, starting juicy. So this is a big time misconception that comes up all the time for people, that if their heart is beating fast, it's because something their heart is doing. May be true. However, it is far more consistent to see that there is some type of thyroid dysfunction that is causing the heart rate to stay elevated or erratic. Now, part of the science behind this is that the same minerals that soothe the heart are necessary for the function of the thyroid. So if a person is missing those minerals, their thyroid is not only underperforming or dysfunctional, but also their heart is unable to override that and deal with it. We want to make sure that we have plenty of minerals for the functioning of both the thyroid and the heart. But it is absolutely true that our heart rate is largely dependent upon the functioning of our thyroid. Next one, body temperature. True or false? The thyroid is the only part of you that is responsible for your body temperature. Did you hear that word I emphasized? Only? So that's false. It's totally false. Yes, your thyroid has something to do with your body temperature, but there is another system in your body that is often overlooked, often neglected. I've spoken about it before. You may already know what I'm going to say. Circulation. Your hands, your feet, your legs, your arms. There is just not as much mass in those areas as there is in your torso. So the blood that's in your torso is better insulated. It has an easier time staying warm. We want to make sure that that warm blood is getting pushed through the extremities of your body, hands and feet, and then back to warm up again. We want it to happen really efficiently. And when our circulation is lacking, it's very easy for that very warm blood that was in our torso to cool off by the time it takes a lap through those extremities. So please, when we're talking about body temperature, you may be having some body temperature issues because of your thyroid. Let's also take a look at your circulation. Just like if you're having an issue with your heart rate, of course we're going to check your heart, but let's also make sure we're looking at your thyroid. Third, metabolism. Your thyroid is responsible for your metabolism. True. Now, I don't want to freak you out here, and this may come as a surprise to you, but your metabolism and eating the wrong foods are 2 separate things. So let's make sure we keep that in mind. How fast your body is processing and creating energy is largely related to what your thyroid is doing. But what you eat and what you keep, meaning what does your body actually digest, break down, and put to work, will have a huge effect on your body composition. Let me say that a different way. Your thyroid could be functioning differently. If you eat complete rubbish, it doesn't matter that your metabolism is excellent. That total rubbish meal is not going to do you any good. Does that make more sense? So we're going to look at it if we're talking about your body composition, how much of you is muscle and fat and bone and water. We're going to look at your thyroid, and we're also going to look at what you're eating, what you're keeping. Last but not least, energy. True or false? Your thyroid and its functioning are the most important factor in energy. And right now my people who have been to the doctor for their thyroid are like, yep, that is true. I mentioned low energy to my doctor and they said we're checking my thyroid. False. False, false, false. Energy in the body is dependent upon so many different mechanisms. Maybe you've heard the term mitochondria. If you've watched our other videos, you've heard us talk about adrenals. If you've been paying attention in this video, you've heard me talk about heart. And then of course, in this video, what you're eating, what you're keeping. All of those things have an influence on your energy levels. Just like up here, your metabolism and your thyroid might be perfectly tuned, but if you eat a complete rubbish meal, your metabolism is going to take a nosedive temporarily. Your energy, it's the same situation. You can have a perfectly functioning thyroid and adrenals and heart. Your mitochondria can be at absolute peak performance. But if you eat a complete rubbish meal, or if you're eating an excellent meal and you're not keeping the nutrients from it, your energy is going to acutely take a nosedive. So I hope this stirred up more questions for you. The thyroid gets blamed for and gets credit for a lot of things. And I think we see here that on all those topics, it's not the only thing in play. Let me know what questions are coming up. There's more to learn about the thyroid. I wasn't even going to make one thyroid video, and now it looks like I'm making at least 5. I'll see you in the next one.